You know the games Nintendo brought to E3 2018, but which were the best and how would we rank them? Today we're going through our top 5 Nintendo Switch games of E3 2018. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. Gabe is here right next to me, the rare occurrence where we're actually in the same room, and this list was easy to make in terms of which games were included, but difficult to make in terms of how we ordered them. Because, let's be honest, there weren't a ton of new Switch games announced. There weren't many from third parties. We did have to sift through the Direct, and we've come up with 5 that I think are all very exciting. And our order kind of surprised me a bit.
Did it?
A little bit.
Okay. Do you want to just get started with number 5?
Let's get into it. Yeah, let us know in the comments down below what your favorite Switch game of E3 was. And if it's the obvious one, maybe give us your runner-up, because that might be a little bit more varied and kind of more discussion there. But definitely talk at us in those comments. Number 5 for us is Damon Ex Machina. This is a new game from the Armored Core producer. It's coming out in 2019. It was very odd that they said 2018 focus, and then they started the Direct with a 2019 game. But it looks really cool. It has a great style. At first I thought maybe it was like a No More Heroes minigame, because it sort of borrows from that look, and they have like these like lightsaber-ish swords, but it's obviously very different. It looks like it's going to be a super cool time. I can't wait to get more information, and it's definitely a unique and very solid addition genre-wise to the Switch.
Yeah, a lot of Gundam and Armored Core influences there, which, you know, it's clear why, you know, some of the same creators there. But yeah, it's really cool. I wish we would have seen more. Like, I would have loved to see like a small like gameplay of a mission or something like that. Right. But, you know, the things we did see, very, very cool and unique looking. I hope that the story's fun. I'm into stories like this as well. I loved Gundam Wing growing up. So if this can somehow like touch on nostalgia a little bit, that'd be great.
Yeah, a lot of different stories across this list, and one that's going to be a little bit more serious, I think, than Flying Robots is Fire Emblem Three Houses, which is our 4th game. Now, there's a bit of a double-edged sword, if you will, with this one, because we thought it was coming 2018, and it was one that we were really excited for, to have Fire Emblem back on consoles and a brand new iteration on the Switch, taking advantage of the power and the playability in terms of hybrid handheld / console. The game looks awesome. There's just not much out there, and we got a trailer and a date, which looks great. If there was a full gameplay reveal or a full 10-minute segment, I think this one would easily be up there, maybe even at 1. But given how little we know, we're going to put it at 4.
Yeah, I was so impressed by like the scale, and not that Fire Emblem doesn't have scale, but
looks like that's a new emphasis here.
Yeah, like the battlefields here are there's so many like enemies, or the factions are huge this time, and there's a lot of the grids. It's a lot of grids. Yeah. That's not what I remember from Fire Emblem when I was a kid. That's definitely not how it was. I'm sure the series has evolved since then. But yeah, this is super exciting. I'm bummed out that it's not this year, because that was something I was really looking forward to, because I think that this is genuinely going to be a great addition to the Switch lineup. Strategy RPGs are kind of my thing. So yeah, this is one to be on the lookout for.
I fully expect it to be early 2019. I think it's a first half title. I think it's a spring release. Maybe that makes more sense for them, although spring now is so crowded. We saw the other companies just load up February and March, so it's a very different genre and obviously fits a different audience, but I'm super pumped for Fire Emblem. I can't wait to hear more about Three Houses, and hopefully we get some details out of Direct later this year.
Yeah.
Number 3 for us is going to be Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. We had a chance to go hands-on with Pikachu, and it surprisingly was a lot of fun. Now, obviously, it is a little bit more of a casual experience. It is for the most part, remake of Pokemon Yellow, so maybe it isn't the most exciting Pokemon title in the world, but it looks incredible. I think of all things, besides the Pokeball Plus, which I know you're just dying to play with.
Yeah.
The game looks so good, and it's the best realization of Pokemon visually that I've ever experienced.
Yeah, I was so surprised. And playing the game is when it clicked, like, hey, I don't mind that we're not fighting these wild Pokemon. And I hope it works that way for other people as well. I know it's... Ideally, we would like fight them. Right. But, just the way that it works out for this game in particular, I feel like it fits well. I actually had fun just capturing the Pokemon. And yeah, you're just like swinging the Pokeball. But...
that added a lot for you, right? Playing the Pokeball Plus?
Yeah, I enjoyed it for some reason. So
it's got a good weight to it. The sounds are really cute. I don't like the button, but the joystick works well.
Yeah, for sure.
So that one impressed us, surprised us. We weren't able to capture footage or anything. They showed a very simple area, I'd say. I kind of wanted to see maybe the trailer that brought in some of the faces that we know from like gym leaders and things like that.
They showed more in the treehouse. Like they did show like a decent amount of gameplay. So if you guys haven't seen that, maybe check that out for a better deep dive into.
I think there's about 40 minutes on there. So yeah, that one coming out soon before Smash, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But our number 2 title comes out even before Pokemon, and that's Super Mario Party. This one was a surprise, a new announcement. I think that gets it a lot of brownie points, but it also looks great because they're returning to the traditional board game style where everyone has their own dice block. None of this goofy riding a car together, none of this goofy mini games only. It's back to the Mario Party we know and love. At least it looks like that. It's got really cool characters. It's got a bunch of new mini games. They also have this strange mode where you are going to be utilizing 2 Switches and sort of having like tag team minigame battles, which I think is going to be an absolute blast once it releases early October.
Yeah, let's not forget the introduction of online to the franchise for the first time.
Not exactly how we wanted it, but
hey, it's a stepping stone, man. Super Mario Party 2 will have it. So.
Minigames online will still be fun. The fact that there's leaderboards, that's still going to be a good time. And someone I saw on Twitter, I think it was actually Ouija, shout out to Ouija, of Mario Party streams can now be a thing because we can play together and play with people watching the channel, and that'll be a really good time. It looks awesome. I got to see some extra gameplay today, and the differences in the dice blocks, the mini games, I think there's 80, look really good. I don't remember, it's like Toad's something arcade or Toad's, the place where you play with the 2 Switch, but I'm really excited to see what those games turn out to be like, and if they're anywhere near as fun as like my favorite Mario Party games or even like a Jackbox type style, it could be a really cool side mode that doesn't require the hour-long board game.
Yeah, this is one that we didn't get a chance to actually play ourselves.
It wasn't there at all, yeah.
I wish we had. I don't know why they didn't have it because it's out sooner than Smash.
Yeah.
And Smash is playable, so... Yeah.
Either they didn't want to distract from Smash. We mentioned that maybe there's a weird crossover of like this is a Mario game that has a bunch of characters, and you know it also could have been that Tennis Aces wanted the spotlight instead of Mario Party. There's room for all the Marios, but at some point maybe you have too many Marios on stage or on the booth. A bummer that it wasn't there, but it's out soon, so we're super looking forward to that one. And I hope that we get to play in person because I'm undefeated at Mario Party, and I want to maintain that record all my life long. The number 1 game, how could it not be? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We hope for some more new characters, but they have confirmed that it's a new game built from the ground up. We love Ridley and Inkling. We love the new stages. They say they have more to announce, so we're going to keep fingers crossed for a few more additions to the roster. And it just looks great. It plays great. It's going to be so awesome to take on the go. You could do that with the 3DS version, but this is on a whole nother level.
Yeah, I am going to take a little bit of an unpopular approach here and say I'm kind of glad that the game isn't coming out in September. I want this lead up, Zach. The lead up where they potentially announce characters and reveal more.
You know, they still could have announced characters and had the game come out in September.
I know, but like, hey, like all this little trickle of information, that's part of what makes games fun, right?
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that. Like if Subspace makes a return in some fashion and we figure that out along the way, like that'd be really cool because if it was out in September, there wouldn't be quite as much time for them to just kind of slowly give us what we want. I don't know. I know I'm weird for that, but
mode additions I'm not expecting. It would be wonderful, but I do think we'll get a few new characters. It's going to be awesome. The GameCube controllers were our favorite way to play, although Pro is perfectly fine as well. Got to play a little handheld. That even works well. So you're Ridley, I'm Inkling, and we're good to go.
Ridley is now the biggest character in Smash. When Ridley and Bowser are right next to each other, right around the same size, but if you taunt with Ridley, you know, stands up a little bit, got a couple
of extra stature
there. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And the game, however you feel about the new characters or the return of everyone, it's a massive roster, and it's going to be a marvelous time when it finally does hit. As an honorable mention for myself, it's got to be Overcooked 2. I don't know if you want to throw one out there, but Overcooked, it's a blast. It's coming soon. It's currently, you can get it with Prime discount if you want to get prepped and ready on Amazon. I recommend that. The first game is $11.99 in the eShop sale. I recommend that. It's so good. I can't sing enough praises of the chefs and the chaos that ensues.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of more games. If I had to give an honorable mention to something, probably Dragon Ball FighterZ, just because it's a good third-party game coming to Switch. Those things need to be supported so we get more of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably what I'd say, but it's a known quantity. Though.
It looked good and played good as well. We had a chance to play a couple matches, and that was a lot of fun. So
Mega Man.
Ooh.
Mega Man
11 is another really good one.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most fun games I played. Like,
yeah, it was a previous announcement, but it was so good to get hands-on.
Yeah, so those are the honorable mentions.
There you go. Yeah. Let us know your list, or at least your top 1 or 2. For us, it was Damon Ex Machina, Fire Emblem, 3 Houses, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and Eevee, Super Mario Party, and then obviously Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Thank you guys and girls so much for supporting us throughout E3. It was an awesome week, and we've got more coverage, so make sure to subscribe to stay tuned for all of that and everything Switch. Follow us on Twitter and Discord if you want updates and you want to be a part of this really cool community. And until next time, for myself and Gabe, thanks again. SwitchForce out.